Hi, in this video we'll be giving you a quick introduction to the Discover functionality within Informer 5, Intrinsic Self-Service Business Intelligence and Reporting Tool. With Informer 5's Discover, you'll be amazed at how easy it is to make all kinds of charts and reports. There are many ways to visualize data to uncover new insights with Informer, and Discover streamlines that by making it extra easy and unintimidating to create charts and graphs by only asking the bare minimum from you. Let's say your job involves accident analysis and you want to study the different accident factors based on different criteria. You'll see on the right a list of all the different fields that are in the dataset organized by their type: text, numeric, date, Boolean, and location values. Simply select the starting value in the dataset you want to visualize. For example, let's say you want to look at accidents by state. By clicking on State, Informer immediately suggests different visuals to you based on the type of field you chose, so you don't have to know what to create before starting. Here we see a nice dynamic bar chart showing a breakout of the different states and their counts. These visuals are very interactive. Let's say we wanted a chart showing accidents in Dallas, Texas by gender. Here we have Texas in our chart, and if we click on the bar, Informer enables you to drill down on the fly. We can go from state and then click on city, like Dallas, and keep going. Let's drill down by gender. And for a more granular look at males, you can click male and view the data. Another cool thing you can do with the charts is to view the data in a map. Because the fields have the word state in it, Informer will present a heat map of the US and the number of rows within each state. If we view the map for our Texas cells, we'll see a map of the United States where you can zoom in to view all the different values for Texas. You can also combine selections of fields in Discover. We've got state selected already, so let's add the date field. Informer will suggest a trend chart where it gives a year-by-year graph of the values by date. By changing the interval from year to month, Informer will show a stacked bar chart of month over month, showing how things have changed for each state. You can also click on any of the colors within the trend chart to drill down and look at all the values by day. Let's select California, and then day. As you discover new visuals, you can save them to the dataset for later use. At the bottom of each visual, you'll see a settings area. The settings are unique to a chart or pivot table. For the pivot table that's started, you can adjust settings for rows, columns, and values. For the chart, if you want to see how the data looks in a different chart type, you can simply change the chart type to column, bar, pie, area, line, spline, or area spline. So it's easy to change a chart to what makes the most sense for your data. You can also change your groupings. So if you didn't want state, you can change the value for how you want to group the data. For example, from state to driver factors. You can also change the series and add a series if you want to break out the chart more granularly. For example, let's say you wanted to see each of the driver factors by gender. So now, the chart has quickly changed to show each of the driver factors by gender. Right now, the chart defaults to a normal stack, but you can change it to none so the bars are side by side. Or you can choose percentage so the values show the overall percentage of each subgroup. Each visual also has its own filter, or you can filter the entire dataset. If you filter on the entire dataset up here, the filter will be applied to all the visuals. However, there may be cases where you don't want the overall filter applied to all the visuals. You just want a single visual to be filtered. For example, let's say you just want to see the percentage of men and women who were involved in accidents as a result of cell phone use. You can go into this bar chart filter and choose distractions and distinct values. and select situations including while manipulating cellular phone and while talking or listening to cellular phone for this chart. As you select these filter criteria, the chart updates immediately, and other charts still have the overall values unfiltered. In the chart filter, you can also apply to the visual saved filters from the list, or apply a custom filter if you need multiple criteria. Each chart has its own settings menu, where you can download this visual to different types of a static image. You can also pin a copy of this visual to your homepage. Notice this location field. Informer 5 is location aware. If you have latitude and longitude coordinates in your data, Informer takes advantage of this when visualizing your information. If you don't have location data within your dataset, that's not a problem. If you have postal codes, Informer's Flow feature lets you edit records as they're brought into Informer, so you can automatically bring in location codes based on zip code. For example, if we start over, let's say you want to see what the accident pattern looks like along highways 95 and 10. When you check location, Informer will generate a heat map of the entire US showing how your data is distributed. This works very effectively when combined with filters. You can filter the data by clicking on the filter button up here, no matter where you're looking at in the system, and then selecting the plus symbol to display the fields in your dataset. Let's pick out Traffic Way 1 and distinct values. As we select I-95 and I-10, you can see these filters instantly updating the map. So as you can see, it's easy to quickly create visuals defining answers to your questions, uncovering new questions to investigate, and examining the data to learn more. This is just a very quick introduction to Informer 5's Discover. If you'd like to learn the many different things you can do with Informer, please contact our sales team at the number or email shown below to schedule a more in-depth demo and answer any questions you may have. Thank you and have a great day.